Hey guys, what's up? 2-Bit Jesus here, and welcome to another episode of 2-Bit Talks. Today we're talking about that sweet news we got from Xbox yesterday about the new original Xbox backwards compatible games. Let me start off by first saying this is awesome that Microsoft is doing this. This is pretty much, if you own these games already, this is free. They go out, they get permission from the people who own the license to these games, and then you put that disc in, and then the Xbox recognizes that, what game it is, and they download a digital build of that game for you. Now, of course, if you don't own these games, Xbox makes these games available in their store for you to purchase and download. So if you don't own them, you don't have to go out and search eBay or search Amazon or go out in the wild and try to find these games. You can just download these games. I want to go ahead and take care of the elephant in the room, and that's the bulk of Star Wars games we're getting. I think it's obvious that Microsoft went to Disney and is like, hey, we want all of the great Star Wars games that came out for the original Xbox, and it looks like they got pretty much all of them now. Adding Knights of the Old Republic 2, that's going to go right along with Knights of the Old Republic 1, which is already in the backwards compatible program. Please make us a 3. This is awesome that you get both of those, but I would really love to see a 3. I know Old Republic is technically the third one, but it really isn't. So, Disney, please get on the horn with EA, or they'd go with BioWare, probably. Maybe go with someone who's really good at making RPGs and make us a 3. Maybe. I just want one. That would be awesome. Also, both of the original Battlefronts, which are way better than EA's Battlefronts, are coming out. I wasn't a big fan of Battlefront 1. I enjoyed the novelty of it, but Battlefront 2 is just still one of my all-time favorite games from that generation. And we're getting it backwards compatible. This is great. Another one, Jedi Academy, which has actually been hard for me to find in the wild, and whenever I go online, I don't like the price that I see for it. I eventually got it on Steam for really cheap, and hopefully now that it's going to be on the Xbox One via backwards compatibility, maybe it'll bring the price down of the physical version of it. Mercenaries, another game that is coming to backwards compatibility program. It was an enjoyable game. I wouldn't say it's the greatest game in the world, but it was fun. You're noticing a pattern here. A lot of LucasArts games. A lot. Of course, there's Jedi Starfighter and Republic Commando. Those games I only touched a little bit. I don't have a whole lot of deep memories with those. Moving on, Conquer Reloaded is coming, finally. I was a bit miffed that Rare Replay did not have both versions of Conquer. It only has the 64 version. So we're getting Conquer Reloaded in the backwards compatible program. So now the Xbox One is the place to be if you're wanting the full Conquer experience. You can have the original 64 Conquer, and you can get Conquer Reloaded all on one system. Full Spectrum Warrior, great game. I have it on PC. I honestly feel it plays better on PC, but I only played it once on the original Xbox, so I could be wrong. But it's awesome that game's coming. Of course, Jade Empire, another BioWare game. Noticing a pattern here, we're a lot of LucasArts games and BioWare games. Jade Empire is awesome. I have that game. If you haven't played it, please download it and play it. It's a crime that we never got a sequel, but then again, the shape BioWare is in these days, I don't think I'd want to see a sequel because they would probably ruin the series. But Jade Empire, play it, you get to see what BioWare used to be. Panzer Dragoon Orta, which was a big original Xbox title, I remember that coming out. And a lot of my friends gushing on that game. It was never really my style, but awesome that it's coming out. Once again, just like how the Xbox One is now the place to play all the Conquer games, Xbox One is now also the place to play all the 3D Elder Scrolls games, because Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind is coming to the backwards compatibility program. We already had Oblivion backwards compatible, and of course you can get Skyrim remastered, and I'm sure when the next Elder Scrolls game comes out, it'll be on Xbox One as well. My hope is like they did with Borderlands, because with Borderlands, even if you just own the the base version, the vanilla version of the game, you get all the DLC. So it'd be cool if even the people who own the original version get the add-on content, and of course the people with the Game of the Year edition of Morrowind get that content. And one last side note, I know a lot of people aren't excited, but Hunter the Reckoning is also backwards compatible. A lot of people felt like that was a random game, but I actually love that game. It's a 4-player, kind of dungeon crawler kind of feel to it. Dungeon / beat 'em up / hack and slash. It's mostly hack and slash, actually. More of a kind of hack and slash like Gauntlet. It feels a lot like Gauntlet did, but it's an awesome game. If you get a chance, play it. I'm hoping all these games are successful on the backwards compatibility program, especially because if we demand it, hopefully we can get Hunter the Reckoning or Hunter Redeemer, which was the sequel for Hunter the Reckoning. Hopefully, maybe if there's a lot of people who buy the Knights of the Old Republic 2, maybe they'll be like, hey, we should make a 3 and put it out on, put it out on Xbox and Steam and PS4 and all that good stuff. So hopefully, that's kind of one of my hopes. Another hope I have is all of these games, like all of the games that had a huge online community, like Battlefront 2, Jedi Academy. I hope that they are able to find a way to bring back online play, because those were just some of my best original multiplayer memories, was playing original Xbox Live and playing Jedi Academy and playing Star Wars Battlefront 2. Just awesome experiences. So if they can bring back that multiplayer, online feature, that would just be the icing on the cake for these series. Now, of course, these original Xbox games, they're not coming out immediately. I believe April 17th we're going to be getting a few of these games, like Jade Empire, Hunter the Reckoning, Conquer, Live and Reloaded, and then later on in the month, April 26th, we're going to be getting other games. Like pretty much all the Star Wars games are coming out at the later end of the month. Again, I think that'll be the bigger one, especially with the original Battlefronts, because EA has done such a terrible job with the Battlefront series. So it's like this huge refreshing thing that we're getting the originals back on console. Also, I didn't say this at the beginning, another thing is, when these games are running on the Xbox One, they actually run better than on the original, and the textures and all that are cleaned up a bit better too. So it's you get a little bonus there. And speaking of like upgrading / upscaling, we also got a little bit more news. Some more of the 360 games are headed towards some Xbox One X enhancements. Now, I've tried it out with the Assassin's Creed, and I mean, it's not a huge jump, but I did notice the colors pop a little bit better when you're playing it with the enhanced feature on the Xbox One X. And the games we're getting for that, of course, is Sonic Generations, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, Red Dead Redemption, Portal 2, Gears of War 2, and Darksiders. I'm interested actually to see Gears of War 2 enhanced and maybe Red Dead Redemption. This is a little bit of news to, kind of fill in the gap between now and E3, so I'm glad that Microsoft did this little insider show and showed off some of the stuff that they're coming out with in the near future. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of all this glut of news that we got yesterday as far as backwards compatibility is concerned. And of course, guys, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. That way you won't miss a thing. And as always, stay safe and play on.